So what advice would you give to somebody that's undocumented, has no crimes, no nothing, because they are scared, but what would be the best course of action?
Get married to a citizen. I'm just kidding. I had a client call me on a Sunday. Didn't answer because I don't answer unknown numbers. And then kept working, called me in the night. She goes, hey, I was calling you earlier because ICE was there with me and my husband. Now my husband's in TJ.
When ICE shows up to someone's house, what can they legally do? What does deportation for kids look like? They can't just take kids.
It's gotten to that point now where kids are unrepresented.
No.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
Juan Pablo, brother, tell me why this profession?
Good question. I didn't know what I wanted to do for a while. Took 5 years off after high school, and I was like, you know what? Let me see what I could do.
5 years?
5 years. Okay. Graduated in 2005, started Cerritos in 2010. And then I said, my dad would tell me, you're smart. And I was like, nah. And then I started going to Cerritos. I got out of there, went to Cal State Long Beach, and I had good grades. And I was like, well, what could I do with my schooling that could help the community, help the Hispanic community? I would hear my mom talking on the phone with my tias in Mexico. my tío had a problem about immigration, and I was like, you know what, maybe law school's a possibility, but I don't even know. I don't even know what I need to do to get into that. But I ended up graduating from Cal State Long Beach. I applied for a job at an immigration firm with law school in mind, obviously, already. And I loved it from day one. I was at that firm for 8 years, almost 7.5 years, and going to law school at the same time, going in the evening and working there. And that's what it was. It was just always thinking of, people who need help and be educated on that, quite possible, the most important aspect of their life because of them being with their families here or being scared. Yeah. And I said, okay, I could use that to help these people. And that's where I felt that I was needed. And I was working in banking before, and it was sales. It was a call center. It was 12 years at a call or 8 years at a call center.
Oh, hell.
And I was like selling products to people that don't need them. I had my interview at the law firm, and my boss goes, well, this ain't a nonprofit, dude. We got to sell here too. And I was like, oh, yeah, dude, but we're doing something, and we're not just getting this guy another credit card. And that's what it was for me. The call center had a lot to do with it too, and I was going to school at that time, and I was like, okay, let me try out law school, I guess. My college mentor told me, you want to get a master's? And I said, well, yeah. And he goes, you might as well get a law degree. He said, a law degree teaches you skills. Master's is just more of the same classes that you would have taken in undergrad. But law school, whether you become a lawyer or not, you'll learn skills that you'll have for the rest of your life. And that was it. That sold me on law school, and then it was just the combination of, the Hispanic background and the phone calls with my tío and all that with his, I don't know what problem, I don't want to say what problem he had, but yeah, it's just, I heard it so much growing up, and I was like, okay, this is what I could do, and I'm just very passionate about it.
And here we are now.
Yes. Now, it still feels surreal, actually, that I'm an attorney and doing it now and have my own firm and have hundreds of clients helping people get their status. Yeah.
So let's dive into it, man, because there's a lot going on in our community.
Yes.
And I think you are probably the best person to address these issues, not a hot girl 123 at Instagram. Or fucking pink bowl 5656 at Instagram.
That is me, man. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding.
There's tons of misinformation out there. It's starting to irritate me,
Understood, yes.
There's a lot of things that I don't like, that I don't approve of, that are happening, in our community. And I think You are the best one to be here and explain some of the questions that I have, that I'm sure all of our listeners have. And I'm glad you're here. And let's jump into it.
Well, I appreciate the invite. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I am knee deep in it right now, and I didn't even realize it till I still am like, just what the heck is going on?
I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. ICE is the topic right now, right? They're in our neighborhoods. When ICE shows up to someone's house, what can they legally do?
So they can knock and ask to be let in to see if someone in there is undocumented. That's what they can legally do.
Mm-hmm.
If they let them in, then everything's fair game. It's like if you're letting the police in, and now you're letting them search for drugs or whatever. Now that ICE could do that same thing, ask everybody for status, anybody who's in that house. But that's what they can legally do without any type of warrant.
With permission.
With permission, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it's ICE, actually, this is a better question too. Do they have to identify themselves as ICE?
Yes, they have to.
You can't just knock on the door and be like, "Hey, are you a citizen?"
Yeah, you have to.
Do they have to identify themselves?
Yes, I mean, how would the person know that the person on the other side of the door is whoever? And even then, you could say whatever. Whoever the other person is could say, "I'm ICE." You got to show something. What would you do if someone stood up and said, "Hey, this is ICE. This is the police. Can you let me in?" And you're just hearing them.
So they need to provide identification
at your home.
At your home.
Yes.
So there's no way that they could just knock on the door and just be like, "Hey, this is so and so. We're gonna break down the door and we're gonna go in." They have to have some type of warrant if they do go in.
Yes, they have to have some type of document, either be a warrant looking for someone who has a removal order, or a warrant from a criminal judge looking for someone for past crimes or whatever. So that would bypass the permission.
Okay. Oh, man. Because I know social media, brother, and they manipulate a lot of things. And as I see some things that I'm just like, wait, what? Like, I know that right now it's super, like the number one question is, who is entitled to due process in the United States? Is it just citizens or citizens of the United States, or anybody that lives here in the States?
So in the Constitution, it says it on there that it's anybody is entitled to due process. Not in those exact words, but it was later codified through a Supreme Court case, but that hasn't been overturned. Everybody is entitled to due process. Just because you're a citizen, if I don't believe you and I'm an ICE officer or a police officer, and you're saying then you don't have due process because I think you are not a citizen, then it defeats the purpose of due process.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I don't want to get, I think I confused myself, but if you're a citizen, you tell me you're a citizen, I don't believe you, and I just grab you and take you, where's your due process?
That makes sense.
That is the foundation of everything. How could you prove that you are a citizen if I'm taking that away from you and just shipping you off, or if I'm just putting you in jail because I think the drugs down the street are yours, and I didn't give you a chance to tell me that they're your buddies right here. You know, where's your due process? That is due process. If not, then any accusation or any pissed off law enforcement officer could just detain for whatever reason and screw due process. Everybody's just going to be gone with, whether it be ICE or any law enforcement agency in either scenario, criminal or civil, like immigration.
And due process itself. I know that a lot of activists on Instagram use that word, due process, or that phrase. What does due process consist of?
So due process is your right to defend yourself against what the government is accusing you of or saying that you did, or in this case, saying that you don't have status, legal status. The due process is your ability to say, hey, no, I want to see an immigration judge. I want to exercise my due process rights to prove that I belong here because I qualify for this type of relief, or my dad was a citizen, maybe I'm a citizen. That is due process. Your day in court.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You heard that, guys? I know a lot of terms and a lot of things are being thrown out there, but, I just want clarification so they could understand and everybody else could understand, because, like I said, I think I know I'm not the only one that's overwhelmed with tons of the shit that's happening and tons of the overload, information overload on Instagram and all the social media platforms. It's just a lot, brother. Like,
I don't even use it very much, social media.
Good for you, bro.
I just started a little bit, but I don't have time. I'm busy, and the news that I get are directly from attorney organizations, and even that's a lot. Like they try to summarize everything for us, and it's like, damn, now this is out. Like, what? I can't keep up. Every day there's like executive orders or this or that, a new memo, internal memos that this is going to happen, and all of that gets filtered. Well, it gets sent out through social media and misinterpreted in different ways, or interpreted in ways that, I understand. Tens of millions of ways, where the documents are there, and that's our job. That's my job. That's the ICE attorney's job, to fight over that, not to make TikToks about it and say something is blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's there.
I understand, man. And
so that's why I don't go on it, because there's no point. It just frustrates me. I'd rather just spend time with my family. in my whatever.
It's like when you start seeing shit that you're like, what?
Like, fuck.
That is not accurate, 100%. But somebody would argue with you.
Oh, jeez, yes.
And convince themselves that they are right when they are absolutely 1,000% incorrect. But they will argue with you. It's just dumbfounding. Like,
I don't even have a response for that, and I just try to be respectful. And I right now, it's so busy for me that I just don't engage in anything like that.
Good.
I mean, I get home sometimes and my wife is all like, "Hey, is this real?" And I'm all like, no. Like, did the baby eat today? Or are you like
what are some of the issues that you're experiencing? Because I could just imagine that your caseload is just off the chain right now.
Yes.
So what is the most common issue that you are dealing with now?
The most common issue is, surprisingly, in my office, are not detained cases. I'm not taking many detained cases just because I don't have the capacity. I'm the only attorney, and the rest of my staff are paralegals, support staff, receptionists. So it's too much for me to handle. But even then, the majority of the consultations and cases are people who have qualified for relief or do now qualify for some type of relief, and I mean a green card, and now they're ready to go. Like, hey, I'm ready to sign up. Like, every consultation, it's like, okay, good consultation. I was like, where were these before? And now everybody's like, okay, I'm ready.
So everybody came out of
I was like, hey, I have
their
it.
field. And
They're the attorneys now. They're like, hey, ya califico para esto, and like people know the hearing, talking to family members, like, oh, I entered with the visa. My kid's 21. So people know
so
that.
they know.
People know. They
A
come
quick
in.
Google search,
Oh, people come in and they know. Yeah, and I'm all like, okay, yeah.
Do you live in Southern California and are you looking to buy, sell, or refinance one of your properties? What better agent to represent you than the host of True Hustle Podcast? Go ahead, give us a call or send us a text at 323-352-7946. Now let's get back to the episode, baby.
Let's do it. So, but I do get some cases, some calls of people who are detained. And like I said, unfortunately, I would like to take those cases, but I just can't. I'm already working 70, 80 hours a week myself.
Dang.
And I can't keep up. I'm behind 2 weeks consultations right now. Those clients are not going to wait for me forever. They're like, let's get started. And I can't even call them yet because I'm so behind. So it's just overwhelming, and I'm working on a system to try to catch up soon. But those consultations that my staff gathered info from, they all qualify for some relief. But if they get stopped by ICE right now, ICE doesn't care. They're going to detain them, go through the system and probably not get deported, but it just creates a headache, and people are scared. I mean, some people are freaking out. They'd be like, I'd rather just self-deport now. I'm in the middle of Louisiana, having drink water in a day or two from what they're saying, and I'm just going to leave, even though they qualify for relief. So it's just...
What do you think is stopping them from going? Well, actually, the better question would be, what does the legalization process look like?
So there are two main ways to obtain a green card. And I'll explain it. So the first one is consular processing. You live abroad or even in the U.S. and you marry someone who's a citizen or resident, or you have a son or daughter who's 21 years of age or older, and they petition you, and then it's called consular processing because you have to go to the consulate in your home country, the U.S. embassy in your home country, to do your interview, and that is one of the main ways.
Okay.
You need a waiver. There's other technicalities in there, but that's one. The second one is adjustment of status, which is if you entered with the visa, like the one that you said, the quick Google, ya tu hijo tiene 20, he's 21 now, your son could petition you, you have your visa entry, you don't have to leave the country, you just go to downtown LA, the federal building, and maybe not even that, maybe they'll just mail you your green card. So those are the two main ways. Or there's a variation of the adjustment of status where if someone petitioned you before April 30th, 2001, then it protects you from not having to leave the country to your embassy, to the consulate, and you immigrate here if you have your son or daughter who's over 21 or your spouse is a citizen. That's just a very broad overview, but those are the main ways that people immigrate. I mean, there's always U visas, people who are victims of crimes, other little ways, but those are the main ways.
Okay. And what stops people from taking that step?
I would say before it was financials, I'd say. And even then, I think before it's probably people were scared. People were just scared. And they were like, damn, if I move something, I got a DUI once maybe, or I got arrested for driving without a license, or they told me that I wouldn't qualify. My compadre told me I wouldn't qualify. His compadre, a lawyer. So it's being scared. And now all that, they have no choice. Like they have to apply, or they're going to be at home all day just scrolling, seeing all this, and be like, I don't want, like, let me just talk to an attorney. I don't keep track of like my consultations, like sales. It's not like that for me. But I've seen a big increase, like first-time consultations, they're signing up now. Whereas before it was like, well, let me think about it. Let me talk to my whoever. And now everybody's like, I qualify? Yes. I had a girl come in, drive from San Diego. She's all like, I'll take whatever I qualify for. Like if it was a In-N-Out menu or something, like, let me get one of these. And she's like, I just want to be protected. I was like, okay. Like, it's going to cost you for each one. She's like, I just want everything. And she did have various ways to immigrate. And DACA, mainly.
I have a question. If someone has an order of deportation, does that expire? Is there like a statute of limitation in that? Or like you can have an order of deportation from like 30 years ago and they can still deport you?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Though they don't expire. Those are the people who are being targeted right now on the priority of these ICE raids. If you have a deportation order, it's just lay low.
Is it safe to say that if you have a deportation order currently and you are hanging out with 3 or 4 of your buddies and they execute that deportation, and it just so happens that Juanito, Miguel, and Oscar are with you, chances are, if they're undocumented, they're going to take this guy and all 3 of the other guys.
That will happen right now. Everybody will be detained and put into a detention center. Not that they will be deported immediately. Some people are subject to immediate deportation, like the one with the deportation order. But, there's still ways that they could try to fight their case to get bonded out and then fight their case in immigration court without just being expeditiously removed, it's called. So, but then there's a lot of people that just entered in the last 2 years that are subject to expedited removal, but that's just a different thing that we could talk about in a bit.
Well, since we're on the ICE topic still, si yo estoy, hay que suponer de que estoy en la marqueta y llega un agente de ICE, ¿cuáles son mis derechos?
Puedes negar contestar preguntas de lo que o identificarte, pero si estás en público, técnicamente pueden detenerte hasta que ellos sepan tu estatus legal. Si eres ciudadano, te quedas callado, te pueden detener hasta que verifiquen que eres ciudadano. That's just what it is.
¿Es un derecho de un inmigrante que puede hacer eso? ¿Puede detenerte hasta que verifiquen?
De todos. Si a mí me llega un oficial de ICE en la marqueta y no contesto nada, they could detain me hasta que sepan que soy ciudadano. I could see why some people would do that out of like protest and stuff, I'm not going to answer anything, but it's they could know that. They have to know that. That's their job, to know people's immigration status. And I don't want to be, maybe I'm incorrect, but it's just that's what they're doing now. Like they want to know your immigration status. Is it right or wrong under the law? I don't know, but they are detaining people until they find out their immigration status.
Okay. From what you know, we're from Downey.
Yes.
And you've seen those videos of these car washes getting hit.
I saw it on my window. I could see the car wash from my window.
Oh, God.
My neighbor got picked up. ICE was outside my office. I told my receptionist to cancel all my appointments in person. I didn't want anyone coming. Not my neighbor a block down, 2 doors down.
So my question to you.
He did have a removal order. Just throwing it. I'm just.
Okay, that's where I'm.
That's the key thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was headed. So I have a clear understanding of how the media can manipulate situations, right? And it goes back to what I said earlier. Like, he did have a removal order.
He did, yes.
He did. And it just so happened of the people that were around him.
20 other people.
That's an issue.
20 years working in the country, no crimes, nothing. We're all going in.
And because
that
one person
yeah,
has a removal
or
order.
it's probably a crime that's on their something that's flagged. But then there's, I don't know if this is true or not, but then there's also they're just hitting up Home Depots. Like, how do they know, like, you know, that that someone there? I would take an educated guess and say that not all of the ICE raids are because of someone that has a removal order.
Okay.
And I think I would bet on that.
And I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Because in certain situations, like the Home Depot, these guys are just posted up. Like, they're just there waiting. So,
I mean, it's a gamble for them too, though. Like, they're like, hey, odds are one of them probably has a removal order. That's what they're saying. I mean, the ICE officers. And then we'll just justify it later or whatever. They don't even have to. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The one that got me was the street vendors in front of a Home Depot.
mm-hmm.
Going back to social media, I had deleted TikTok since the ban happened, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm good. I got it back recently because my wife was sending me stuff, and she's like, I'm thinking of TikTok. I was like, all right, I'll get it. And I woke up one morning, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and there was someone live, and they were saying that they had taken like 30 people, street vendors and workers or whatever, and this is what got me. It made me very sad. You could still see the tortillas on the plancha. There was a orange that was about to be squeezed. The chairs were empty. And it's like, come on. Really? Like seeing that image, I mean, I cried. I'm not going to lie. I do this for a living, and it's the business that I'm in, but that's why I'm in it, because I care. I want to help people. And then I saw that. I was like, geez, like, what's happening? What is happening? And I mean, they were just, the tortillas were there. They were already doraditas, you know, like that sucks. They were trying to make a living, you know. Somebody was about to probably buy something, and the orange juice was about to be squeezed. The orange was there. The other ones that were made were like on the side. And I saw the live, and I was like,
and that's why we're here.
I was like, wow. Whoa, I like this.
Some of these things don't settle well with me, especially the ones that have been here forever, are committing no crimes, and have been working their asses off, you know? And I think that's what kind of like,
yeah,
damn.
Well,
I come from immigrant parents.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, shit. That certain ones kind of sting a little bit, brother.
Yeah. No, honest. Yeah, that one's, I mean, I'm always going to remember the plancha with the tortillas right there and the orange, you know? And that's what it is. Like, I just recommend get a consultation with a good immigration lawyer. And if there's relief, apply immediately.
Going back to, you know, because I'm really active on social media and stuff like that, and I see a lot of the things, and I know a lot of people are not genuinely helping out our people, brother.
Yeah.
There's things that I don't approve of, right? That they're sharing misinformation. They think they're attorneys, and they want to post 20-something plus videos. Like, videos are not gonna help these people.
You know what it is? I'm in my office 12, 14 hours a day right now, dude. 6, 7 days a week. Not spending time with my daughter. That hurts me. But I care about my people. And the way I see it, she's 3. It hurts me a lot, but it would hurt me more if my client gets deported because I wanted to go to Disneyland for a day or whatever. I mean, I know I need to take my time too and, you know, take care of myself. but I can handle it. I mean, it's work is work, man.
Work
and
is
it's,
work.
and it's not work when I know I'm making a difference in people's lives. I have approvals that have come in since all of this started, and I have them. I usually put them all away, scan everything, have the client come pick up the files, and I told my staff, leave them there. I want that to be our motivation. Let them pile up. The post, whatever you want to call this, approvals, green cards just coming in. Yesterday, got one. This week I've gotten a handful.
So
last week I've gotten a handful.
It's possible.
Yes.
Even with what's going on.
That is why I am, I don't know the right term, but I'm seeing all this outside, and then I'm getting green card approvals in the mail. No interviews when they said they were going to interview everyone. And then the best ones are when they've gone to other attorneys that are not diligent, not to knock on my colleagues, but you just got to do your homework, look at everything, look at the record. Okay, bam, this is the way you could do it. This guy, the guy that opened up a market in Laguna Niguel was telling you about earlier, 37 years in the country. No. He had spent thousands of dollars trying to get it through his employer. He couldn't find one document to be able to adjust his status here. Now his daughter's 21. I said, you know what? Let's give this a shot. I sent a FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act, to the Employment Development Department of California. They said, we have proof of that petition. It's destroyed, but we'll give you this letter. That did it for him. The guy, he's been here 37 years. He just opened up a market in Laguna Niguel, his second or third market. Couldn't believe it. We walked out of the building. National Guard is standing there. I felt good. I was like, let's go, baby. You're a resident now. You don't got to be scared. You're a resident now. Keep making that money, homie. Look at everything you did already. You have a house in Dana Point.
Dang. Right, beachfront? Dang.
Actually, yeah. I was curious and I went on Google Maps and yeah.
So
things like that. Hey, people like that, they'll refer me everybody, dude. And I don't do it for that. I do it because even if he doesn't, I don't care. He's a resident now. When everybody else told him no.
There's a lot of fear. Okay, let's just be honest, right? There's tons of fear. So what advice would you give to somebody that's undocumented, has no prior anything, like no crimes, no nothing? Like, what is the best advice that you would give them? Because they are scared, but what would be the best course of action there?
Get married to a citizen. No, I'm just kidding. Let me get the catalog out. I'm just kidding. I would say it's just so hard for me to say anything because I'm not in that position, and I can tell my clients whatever. But I have clients hitting me up. Can I go to the gym? Can I go to the gym? And I'm like, well, how has that become legal advice now? Like, I'm giving legal advice to someone about going to the gym. This girl just wants to work out. So I say just be extra cautious. Obviously, drive both hands on the steering wheel, everything good. You know, people got to work. I get it. I don't know if some people are taking it like COVID part 2 and just going to shelter in place for the next couple of years. I mean, there's fundraisers going around to help these folks that are not working. Yeah. My wife's coworkers have a little coffee shop from home, and the mom sells like Mary Kay or something. And the other day a car pulled up to deliver something to the neighbor. The dad thought it was ice. Dad gets on the tree for an hour, dude. At his house. He is undocumented, but imagine a 60-something-year-old man climbing a tree.
Because you don't want to leave.
Yeah. So fundraisers for that, like stuff like that. That's what people are doing, and they're just, people that could, they're taking care of their parents.
And in terms of legalizing themselves, or
so it's just very case specific, and they would need a consultation. And if there is a way, then we could let them know, or any attorney, a qualified attorney should let them know, hey, this is what you got to do, and get on it like now. Before I was the type like, hey, you know what, you qualify for this, I don't want to pressure you, hit me up in a week or two, I'll have my receptionist call you. Now I'm like, don't you see what's going on, dude? Like,
you don't have time.
If you're not gonna start today, like, call me by tomorrow, because I'm not gonna hold on to your notes forever. Because look at my desk, and I want to help you, but I can't keep waiting. And you can't keep waiting. What are you gonna do? It's gonna be a million times worse if you get detained.
What does that detaining process look like?
It's ugly to say the least. I mean, they'll detain you. They will, here in LA, they'll probably take you to 300 North, the Federal Building.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, they will transfer you to another facility, make it hard for your family to get a hold of you. Either the worst ones I've heard is like Louisiana. I have Adelanto's the closest one here from here. Transfer them there. I mean, everything's overcrowded now, so they're just, who knows? I mean, there's people that I've seen on the news. I don't know if it's true or not, but they haven't heard from their loved one in weeks. And
aren't you like entitled to a phone call?
That's not happening in some situations. Actually, I will say this with confidence. I'm an attorney. I'm part of a blog. It's called the Listserv. Attorneys post on there. Haven't been able to contact my client in 3 weeks. Family doesn't know where the hell they're at. Attorneys can't find clients, dude. Where are these people for these 2-3 weeks? What would you do if your partner, your wife, your family, your mom, you don't know where she's at? You don't know if she's okay. I don't know if she has medical issues, and you don't know what the heck's going on. You don't know if she's in Adelanto, downtown LA, freaking. She's not in her home country because she would have called you already. What's all this that's going on? And that's the concerning part. And people might just want to think like, oh, well, then let them just self-deport. Well, can they even? If they're just shipping you around, and like, what's going on with that? I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. Can't even give an educated opinion. It's just like, what the heck? No crimes. Maybe qualify for relief too. They haven't moved for whatever reason, but what the heck's going on there? Maybe, what if it was the Laguna Niguel guy that just bad attorney advice or whatever, didn't know he qualified, and now he does, gets picked up. He's in freaking God knows where, has a family, has employees, multi-million-dollar business. I mean, that is like an extreme example of one of my clients, but it's people like that. Okay, now we found you a month later. Let's get you out of court. Let's get you out of detention. We'll bond you out, and then we'll fight in immigration court. We'll tell the judge you qualify, and then now you're out again, and go run your business like if nothing happened. Oh, now he's a resident. Okay, cool. What's all this spent unnecessary, like, I get it. Crimes, removal orders. But that guy, clients who work at...
Yeah. And I think that's
where it's at, yeah.
Actions have consequences. And if you committed a crime, and if you're here illegally, you know what's going to happen, But that guy, been here for 37 years, worked his ass off, never committed a crime. That right there, I think, is like
zero.
Oh my God. Dude, he pays his taxes. He fucking leave those people alone.
Dude.
You know?
Yeah.
They're net positives.
Yeah.
Bro, and they contribute to society.
And that
employ people.
That just goes to show it's not, they're going to pick your fruit and do this and that. It's not all just that. I mean, they do everything.
Listen,
Hispanics
brother,
do
we're
everything,
more. Listen, we're
I'm an
more.
attorney, you see?
You know what I'm saying? We're more than just. We don't just mow lawns. We don't just pick cherries, pick strawberries. We don't just. I don't know if you pick cherries, but pick strawberries,
Maybe,
whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That'll be
But-
next week's podcast. dude.
Yeah, but we're more than that, brother. Like attorneys, investors. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that own all these restaurants. Like we are more than that, And I think us getting stereotyped the last 2 months heavy. That who's gonna clean the fucking restaurant? Who's gonna pick the strawberries?
Yeah.
Who's gonna? Bitch, that's not all we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're more than that. And look at you.
Exactly.
You're an attorney.
Exactly. Yeah. And
So, shit.
who's gonna pay those citizens who do work for the homie that lives in Dana Point? He has probably 20, 30 employees.
That's great.
30 families he's feeding.
Yeah.
Let's touch on naturalized citizens.
Okay.
So, I'm hearing a lot of rumors.
Yes.
I'm going to call them rumors. That the current administration is thinking about being able to revoke that or take citizenships away. Is that true?
Yes. So this was just leaked or published or given to the public like 2 days ago, but it was issued. It's an internal memo from the Department of Justice, dated I think the 11th of June, but this just came out to the public like 2-3 days ago or something. And there's a list of 10 groups that are targets, I guess, for denaturalization. So I mean, I just came out. I don't know all of them, but it's like obviously like bad crimes or terrorists, and then there's other stuff that it's vague enough to, I feel, want to include whoever. My mom, maybe. I don't know. They didn't like the way that she traveled back in 2004 or whatever. I don't know. That's the scary part.
The way it's written is super vague. So
There's a catch-all clause in there at the end, and whatever. That's what I do remember. Whatever and all other actions that the Attorney General deems something, kind of like if it's not up there, then if we don't like it, then we'll try to find a way to denaturalize. That's how I interpreted it from the brief skim that I gave it.
But it's not law yet.
But it's a memo, so that they are. It doesn't have to be. They're doing it already. They are setting up a group of employees in the Department of Justice to go through all these FOIAs, A files, and find discrepancies or go through criminal records or whatever. But I think the concerning part is just going through old applications, green card applications, citizenship applications, finding any little mistake and be like, oh, this guy tried to lie, or he lied and that's why he got it. Let's put him on the denaturalized pile. Maybe he said he was working here and he was. I don't know. Like, it's that vague. I don't know. It's also new that I just don't even have an answer yet. But that's what concerns me. Like, oh, he said he was living here during this time. Public records show this. He lied on his naturalization application. Let's put him on the maybe denaturalized or for sure denaturalized. Like, who gives... Who's going to control that? Like, who's going to... It's gotten to the point where I could see... Like, anything is up in the air right now for me. Like, I don't put anything past this... what they're doing with all this immigration system.
That's some pretty serious stuff right there.
Yeah, extremely.
So they could just look for anything.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, this is incorrect. this address was wrong. Denaturalized.
I'm maybe being a little facetious and taking it a little bit to the extreme, but it says any misrepresentation. That could be a misrepresentation. You know, if you tell me you were living here at this time, I look up public records and it shows this. Oh, why'd you lie about that? Maybe it's not material to the application itself, but I could see them stretching it to that point where any little thing could be like, okay, denaturalize. And like, how is that going to even look? I don't know.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Now let's get back to the episode.
I mean, I'm just...
Like, what would that process look like?
I have no clue. I don't even know. I've never even... It's just got leaked 2 days ago. I haven't even... I'm still behind on 40 consultations, dude.
That just makes my mind... I don't know if they're going to see my expression. Just makes my mind go. Like...
Dude, I'm going back to the office after this, dude. I don't want to leave yet. No. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, it's stuff like that I'm like, geez, let me get out whatever I can. And I told my employees, I'm all like, you motherfucker need to be working. Like, don't you see what's going on out there? Yeah. That's how you got to be working 110% right now. Like, these fools ain't playing games. I can't accept, like, oh, I'm missing this document. Transfer me the call. When I talk to them, I mean, I'm nice, but we need this now. Señora, ahorita. I'll wait on the line here with you. Take a picture of the document, mándamelo por email, por WhatsApp. I don't want to, and it's, I mean, people need that sometimes, you know? And it's like, oh, I'll get it later, and then my employees probably will accept it. But I'm like, no. What if in that time something happens? You know? I had a client call me on a Sunday. Didn't answer because they call my cell phone. I don't answer unknown numbers. Like it was I had a number, but I didn't answer it. And it was Sunday. I was working on some deadlines, and I didn't answer. She called again. I didn't see the second call, and then kept working. Called me in the night. She goes, hey, I was calling you earlier because I forgot who gave him my cell phone number. ICE was there with me and my husband. Now my husband's in TJ. I don't think I could have stopped it because the guy did have a deportation order, but that's the importance of time right now. And that's what I'm telling everyone watching and my employees, like, don't accept, I'll get that to you tomorrow. Like, tonight, right now, something could happen. Let's get your shit filed.
So if someone has an order of deportation, there's pretty much nothing anybody can do or to be like, hey, you know, like...
You know what?
Due process, please.
You know due process, but please do me some process, please. You know what? There is something, you could file a motion to reopen. That's just more technical. You file it with the judge or the court, and just if there's good enough excuse, if maybe there's a letter that was returned to the court and they have proof that you never got it, then the court will reopen it. Yeah. And I've got, let me knock on wood that this keeps going, but I've gotten only one motion to reopen denied in the last, probably out of like the last 12 that I filed under Trump. Because I just don't submit to submit. I just want to make sure everything is concrete. And now those people are able to adjust or get their green cards or whatever, or at least they're not in the crosshairs of ICE. They don't have the removal order no more. So those were the cases that I was working on Sunday nights.
Really?
Because I was scared. I have some kids, unrelated kids cases that they have removal orders because, I mean, they're kids. Their parents maybe moved or whatever. They didn't tell them. How would I feel? They hired me already, and I haven't filed a motion to reopen yet, and now they're picked up by ICE. They don't care that they're kids. So that was a big weight off my shoulders when I filed those recently. I'm still waiting on responses for those, but I did what I had to do, and hopefully get some positive
Now that you
results.
bring up kids, what does that look like? What does deportation for kids look like? They can't just take kids.
It's gotten to that point now where they stripped all funding from like nonprofits, the Department of Justice, that they were giving money to these nonprofits. Actually, money that Congress allocated for that. And now kids are unrepresented. Like, if you're 4, you got to go by yourself, dude.
No.
I mean, there's people taking on pro bono cases. There is a lot of movement in the community, like the attorney community, like trying to help as much as they can. But everybody is just, I mean, it's burnt out. Like, you know,
So they could
I can't
remove.
I mean, how's he gonna present his case if he's 7 or 6 and say, "Hey, I came because my mom was murdered because whatever. I want asylum." Oh, well, you didn't show enough proof.
Like, you're 7.
You're gone. What? Like, that's where we're at now. So that money was taken away from these nonprofits or this group that was helping, and they're unrepresented. I mean, a lot of people have stepped up and they're doing what they can, but it's just, you can't.
So then, where do they send these kids?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that, but I mean, I would imagine back the Guardian back home, or I don't know. I really don't know. It just depends on fact specifics. If they have family here, then make sure that they get. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know.
God. Damn.
Yeah, that's. I didn't even I had forgotten about that, but that's.
That's pretty disturbing right there. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
that gave me the chills. I forgot about that, man. That's how far it's gone. It's become that happened like in the beginning of the administration of the presidency. That was one of the first things that happened, and now we're in July, and I had just forgotten about that, and it just gave me the chills just thinking about it.
So if a U.S. No, I forgot, man. I was gonna ask something about. Okay, actually, this. If a mother gets deported, but the kids are U.S. citizens, can she take the kids with her? Or do they just, is that optional?
Yeah, I think now that's just where we're at, where deporting families. I mean, you know, unless the mom wants to leave them here with someone, then that's their
She
option.
has that option.
Yeah, but I heard of a story that like they made her take the kid. I just don't know what happened there. The kid's a citizen, but I would hope that they give them the option to leave them here or whatever. I mean, it's the mom. She or the dad. They're. What would you do? I mean, I don't want to take my daughter with me.
Yeah.
Like shit.
I'm not leaving
You
her.
saying with your weird uncle, dude? Who talks funny? His breath stinks. That's just what it is, you know?
Oh, man,
Come back and
it's a whole lot going on. Right?
Dude, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I didn't even realize I was in the thick of it because I was in the thick of it. And I was like, holy shit, like, let me take a step back of what the hell has been going on in the last couple of weeks. Like, I'm talking about like back in January, February. And I was like, damn, this is just wild. And then it just, every day onslaught of something new, executive order or whatever. And I mean, not to get political, but the new bill passed. There's more funding for ICE for that now. And who knows what's going to happen. Clients come to me like, what advice do you got? I'm like, I know I'm a professional and this may sound very unprofessional, but I really don't know what's going to happen next. Like,
you know what I was thinking about right now? If you denaturalize somebody, right? and they have all these assets. What happens then?
I've seen that question somewhere. That's more of a like estate planning question. I don't
And
know.
I'm just like, imagine
or
like the 30s.
Laguna Niguel
Yes,
guy.
that's what I was gonna say.
What happens to his $3 million market?
Exactly.
And his other markets.
So then
I
what
guess.
happens then? Like, let's say somebody's like, you know what? You're no longer a citizen. Give us.
Or him, if he got detained and deported.
Yes. Then what happens to the assets that he purchased legally?
Yeah, I. That's a good question.
Better have a trust.
No,
That's
but it's just
That's why
I have all this.
Who pays his employees?
Yes,
What
like-
happens? Like, I don't know. I really don't know that. And that's another thing. Like, there's just so many parts to all of this. Like immigration, because it's people. It's not just, oh, let's just toss this. We're done with this. It's people who have different beliefs, different everything, different jobs, and it's what makes the world. You know, like everybody just contributes what they can. There's bad apples, but there's bad apples in everywhere. You know?
I agree.
And it's what is at the crux of all of this, and that's why all these protests are going on, because it's people. It's kids going to court by themselves. It's people being detained in it's a show, the way that they're doing it. It's my opinion. They're doing that for a reason. Could have done it differently. You could do it differently, you know?
Yeah.
They're not armed. I've seen people get handled more nicely with a weapon in their arm than, you know?
Going back to 1996, Bill Clinton did the expedited due process.
It was IRA was the name of the law, and that's when expedited removal started.
Did something like that? How can I put this in terms where, the expedited due process is being exercised at full force in 2025. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yes. So at that time, it was like the last major reform, and that's where the 245 law came in. Like if somebody petitioned you back in the day, that's why a ton of people filed their applications to be protected, so they wouldn't have to leave the country and immigrate here. And I'm still getting clients through that, but that was the the trade-off. Okay, well, do this, file these petitions, get someone who could petition you, but now we're gonna have expedited removal, which means a CBP officer within the border, within, I don't know, it's changed so much over time that maybe it was, I forgot how many miles from the border, if you got stopped or detained crossing illegally, you don't have due process. You don't see a judge. You have very limited due process rights. I mean, but a CBP officer's signature on that document is the same effect as if an immigration judge was ordering them removed. That's what it is. Now it's expanded to all over the country. So it's not just at the border. And now it's for people who can't prove that they've been here more than 2 years. So I'm telling my clients to carry documents that show that they've been here for over 2 years. Their kids' birth certificates, not just on their phone, physically. You can make a T-shirt with whatever. I mean, it's really gotten to that point. I tell clients that carry this, carry that, a bill from 4 years ago, your kid's birth certificate. That's obvious proof that, your kid's 24, you were here. So now that prevents the expedited removal. So they can't just pick you up and ship you off.
Okay. Let me take it back. All right. So this is what I'm hearing. To avoid the expedited removal of an undocumented person, they need to carry in their persons something that shows that they've been here for longer than 2 years?
Yes. And even that lately, I've been seeing some reports of through attorney blogs that it's being pushed to the limits now by this administration. And I'm just telling people, if I already filed something for them, carry your receipts, carry proof that you've been here for over 2 years, and then don't answer anything. Call me and ask to see the judge. That's it. But, I mean, I did have a client the other day that got stopped coming out of a store in Norwalk. He had his receipt with him that he filed a petition.
Mm-hmm.
And he did have other documents like the 1 to 2 year, whatever. He didn't show him that. They let him go. Surprisingly, I thought they were going to detain him. No crimes. But he was just starting his case. He just submitted it. He just had his receipt notice. Not even an approval yet. It was just...
No chokehold? Nothing?
No chokehold. They spared him. Yeah, he was... I don't know what happened there. What's suspicious, huh? I don't know if I believe the guy. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, so I tell clients, I'll just keep it on my phone. I'm like, dude, do you think they're going to sit there and go through your phone?
So you find it in your picture?
Yeah, dude. And even then, like, what if you're texting your homies about, like F this, F that, and now they're, okay, thanks for to show me your phone. Now we definitely want you out of here, dude.
So fuck ICE is not like that you should be saying. Because then you're working against like you
yeah.
You don't like us, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just wild. Yeah, I wouldn't. Where did we go? Oh, I went to. You called me this weekend. I was in Vegas. I went to Vegas.
Partying it up.
First trip since this shit happened, man. I was like, I gotta get away. 10-year anniversary with my wife. I was like, hey, honey, let's go to Vegas. 10-year anniversary, right? You're gonna love it.
Get away from all my cases. All my cases that I got going.
I was like, it was more for me. I was like, but I was like, shit. Where did they see my phone at the airport? And I have something like, with, speaking badly. Or in a negative way, in a way that could be perceived negatively about ICE, that I am not for it because I am an immigration attorney. Or maybe they see that I'm an immigration attorney and say, hey, you're freaking part of the problem. I don't know, dude. I'm literally... Can I say something off topic as well?
Sure. I want you to say what you feel right now.
Let me tell you this. A few months ago, I started... when all of this started, I told my wife, hey, you know what? I'm going to become a dual citizen in Mexico. Like, my mom's a citizen. Like, she was born over there. My dad was born over there, but he was a citizen here, too, because my grandma was born here. But anyways, I could become a dual citizen. Like the raza, dude, me too now, deciding. Didn't file. I still haven't filed. I spoke to two different clients this week that they just did it for their kids. 8-month wait now. Before, like 1 month wait, less. Everybody's scared. I'm scared.
I was supposed to do it.
Yeah. There we go. Hey.
2 years ago.
I'm over here blaming like my clients. Like, hey, man, why aren't you doing this? And look at me, dude. Now it's a 10-month wait at these consulates around
It's called
here.
the INE?
I'm not.
No?
I need a...
Oh, my cousins got dual citizenship. They were like, do it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Do you know any
Mexican immigration attorneys who could come and...
I'll bring them over. They ain't going to say no. They don't want to come over here.
Yeah, so that just goes to show that, like, there's a shift and people are, like, thinking maybe... I mean, I am. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm just want to have options, you know? And for that to go from a 1 month wait to 10 months... in these local consulates, that's not a coincidence. It's not like they're understaffed. It's the Mexican consulate.
They're just busy.
Yeah.
So everybody's applying for dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then they made it easier to do it too. So, I mean, but that happened under the previous president in Mexico. But now everybody's like, and my wife is her parents are from El Salvador, but I don't think I want to. I'm afraid they'll put me in el seco, dude, for being an immigration attorney, dude. I'm not going over there. I seriously am not going over there. Like, I'm not.
So Bukele don't play, huh?
Yeah, shit, dude. I mean, I already have Bukele at home with my wife. She asks me like this all the time. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, shit. Saca la basura. Shit.
How about birthrights. I know it's something that's fairly new too.
Like okay.
Like the birth, them. What's the legal term? Like removing birthrights or
like birthright citizen, like
birthright citizenship?
Yeah. So
yeah, like the birthright removal. Like you're no longer. It's no longer going to be something.
That is, I read on this when they first proposed it, and I know something just came out, so I'm not up to date on that, but it was something along the lines of if both your parents were undocumented and you were born, then you don't have birthright citizenship, even if you're on U.S. soil. It was something along those lines. Now I don't know if it's like one of your parents could have a work permit and the other one doesn't. I don't know, but it's just they're trying to just reduce the amount of people as much as possible. I think that are citizens that could vote. I don't know. I really don't even want to think about anything else than just work on. I kind
of have a feeling of what, but that's another subject. It's
I don't
political, and I don't want to get into that. I think I'm enjoying this conversation
Me too.
very well.
I am too, actually. It's very it's not what I thought it's just so charged with emotions for me, and it's obviously not good what's going on for the people that I help. But I feel good talking about it. This is my what time next week, dude?
But I think you were probably thinking, I'm gonna step into an interrogation, or they're gonna no. To me, it's like
we spoke on the phone. I was like, let's just. I told you people have hit me up, and
all I want to do is just have a conversation. Remember, I told you I was like, that's it. Like, you're never gonna feel like I respect everybody's points of view. There's other issues that I wouldn't want to talk about, but I respect everybody's point of view, man. Like at the end of the day, like what's happening is not just happening to him, to you, to me. It's happening to our community, bro. This is
outside my window. The dude's washing cars.
And I think these conversations are healthy.
It's happening to my mom that doesn't want to go to the market because she's afraid, and she's a citizen. She doesn't want to go visit my tia because she's afraid they won't let her back in, and she's a citizen. She's been a citizen since '98.
So what advice would you give to people that are scared that they can do to help? Like,
get off of TikTok.
Fear mongering. It's killing people's vibes. It's ruining their fucking day because they go on TikTok and they go on social media, and you have, I wish I could name them, but I'm not that type of guy. They annoy the shit out of me because they're just fear mongering all day. Get off of the social media.
Yeah.
Like, don't take attorney advice from certain individuals. They did not get their license. They did not become attorneys and pass a bar exam. You did.
Yes.
Stay off of it. If you want concrete details, concrete answers from a professional, you need to contact an attorney. Do not go on TikTok. Do not go on Instagram and expect Wildcat69 on Instagram to give you legal advice. Go to the professionals. We are going to sponsor 20 to 40 people so they could sit down, discuss their case for free. I don't even know what else we could do.
You know what? I will match half of the ones that you do pro bono, dude.
Dang.
On record for sure. That's it, dude.
Like,
we'll talk about the details on who and
we'll
what.
talk about the details and to see who qualifies for it. But you're going to have that opportunity. And please do not go on these platforms and then be all scared. I get it. Some of this shit is kind of scary. But there's nothing like having the answers from a professional, brother.
There's
nothing that beats that.
That's what it is. And that's what I tell people. Hey, I even before this started happening, I would say, dude, you qualify. Obviously, I want to earn your business, but whether you hire me or not, just do it, dude. Like, why not? And now I'm like, dude, you got to do it. So, I mean, you're being gracious enough to do this for the however many folks you.
Yeah,
and I'm willing to, because I care about this, man. That's why I have the stack of approvals there. That's my motivation.
And I always say that real change sometimes is going to start with your pocket. Like, it's geared more towards the people on social media that think they're, just because they post 20 videos, that it's creating real change. No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. Real change is going to start with someone's hard-earned money and, reinvesting it back into their community. You know what I mean? So,
I'm committed now on that too.
Yeah.
But
so.
I'm not rich. I gotta pay my employees to do this. But
Bro.
hey, I'm for it, dude.
Bro.
My employees go, how can you be positive, JP, right now? Like with all this. And I point to the stack. I'm like, yeah, but it just feels helpless. Not for those people.
Like,
brother.
For those people that are on the brink of becoming relieved,
look,
you can't give up on that.
Yeah.
Right now, I got so many projects going on that the least, it's just like people be like, oh, well, it's easy. No, it's not easy. I work really hard for my money, and I fucking got a gang of projects going on still. And I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. Fuck,
I respect that, man. Thank you.
I'm like, man, I got so much going on, but I think that made me feel much better. I don't want nothing in return from these people. I just want them to get legalized.
Let me throw something out there about one pro bono case that I offered. She still had, I don't know why she hasn't accepted, but she ended up getting a stroke. She can't even get the paperwork together. She qualifies. Her son's kind of she lives in AZ. I even want to go out there and just get the damn paperwork for her, but she got a stroke, and I told her, hey, you don't even have to I want to help you. And her son's just been, just things, but I'm not saying that they have to be people like that. It's just anyone who qualifies for relief, I'm willing to help, and it's just doing a consultation. That's all it is, and it may be that I don't have the answer that day. Give me a couple of days to research your case, and I'll give you an answer. If there's no relief, then there's no relief. Then I'll tell you what to do then, based on what's going on. But if there is any relief, or if there's a risk, then that's just going to be, I explained it to them, but it's on the people to make that decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like everything else.
And all it takes is one phone call. I mean, we'll talk about the details, and let's provide solutions for these people, man. At the end of the day, we can't force them either,
Yeah, that's true.
But you're going to have that option.
I want you to get your papers, man.
Yeah, please.
We'll do it for free, dude. Hey, we'll do it for free, man.
La pinche migra está cabrón, ahorita. I would hear that term as a kid. La migra, no, pues la migra está cabrón, this and that. And now as an adult,
jeez,
I'm just like, oh, fuck.
It's crazy. You know what's crazy? My grandma was born here. My dad was born in Mexico, but my dad was born in 1938. Dude had me when he was 50. My dad was fucking his whole life, dude. RIP, Dad. Anyways, he came here in the 50s, dude, Hispanic, and he always would say, hey, always wherever you go, wear a collared shirt because you don't want people to he grew up in the 50s. It was Paramount, we're in the same house actually. And he'd say, if you see a piece of trash on the floor, pick it up because I don't want people to say, hey, ahí viven los pinches mexicanos sucios. And that was back in the 50s. And I didn't even know how he became a citizen till recently because of what I do. But I found his not even naturalization. He was just a acquired at birth, because my grandma was born in the. I mean, my dad was born in 1938. My grandma was born like in the fucking 1800s, railroad shit for real.
No way.
So, he always still had that mentality that we were lesser, even though he was a citizen since the 50s, too. He was 17 when he got here. His first wife was a white lady, blonde hair, blue eyes, had 6 kids with her. He would tell me stories that he'd get into fights. He was a good-looking guy, not because he was my dad. I mean, he did look like me. No, I'm just kidding. He was a very handsome man. And he would tell me, I'd have to throw it. He was a ladies' man. I have to throw it down with these dudes because I was taking the girls. And I have 6 half-siblings who are half white, half Hispanic. But he was always about that, like, hey, cualquier pedazo de basura que mires aquí en la casa, nobody's going to pick it up. You pick it up because I don't want them to say, hey, they're having those pinches dirty Mexicans. So it just, I don't know why everything that's happening, it's like reminds me of what my dad would tell me as a kid. And just to, it sucks that it is reminding me of it. But like the collared shirt, like, oh, you don't want them to think like them, like I am them, dude, I'm a citizen. But he was talking about them.
Oof. Programming, huh? I think when you get to this country, I mean, not that I know what it, I mean, I lived here my whole life, but I'm thinking like as an immigrant, like it's like you feel like you're a guest here and you feel less than.
That's what you call them, because you don't feel, you're like him.
But also as an immigrant, like you said, because I'm an immigrant, right? But like, you're here, you gotta act like a guest, right? So as invitado, you're not just kicking your feet up.
Yeah, that's a good point,
like, fucking treat it with respect, bro, like, be clean. Like
yeah, but you know what?
Let's put our best foot forward.
Let's talk about respect now. So you brought it up. That shit is like becoming obsolete. People don't know how to respect nowadays. The way we were raised.
Yeah.
Fool, talk to your dad crazy. Who?
He never hit me. He didn't have to hit me. He
You know
never
what
hit
I'm
me
saying?
once. He never hit me once. He didn't have to.
Because he raised you right.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
It's like we
He
were
would
raised
he
to
would put the belt-
respect.
He would put the belt next to him when I'd come home late as a teenager, but he didn't have to.
A mí sí me metieron unas putizas.
Nah, a mí
¿no?
no.
A mí sí, güey.
You know what? He hit me.
A mí sí, güey.
He hit me once when he invited a business partner over, and I was a kid, and we were eating albondigas, and I ran out of juice in my,
fire.
and I got the tortilla, and I dipped it in the guest.
No, you didn't.
Hey, he was our guest. Why couldn't I do whatever I want with the guy? It's my house. I can do whatever I want with
You
the
dipped your
guy.
tortilla in somebody else's soup? Oh, you're crazy.
He was our guest, dude. I'm just kidding. No, but I did do that. And my dad started whooping on me. And the guy goes, oh, come on, Frank. Leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. He's just a kid. He's all like, fuck no. And I that's the only time.
Not the albondiga soup.
Albondiga.
Oh,
I don't know if he ate the rest. I don't know if he ate the rest of it, man.
Probably like, nah.
Maybe my mom had to give him some more. Maybe that's why my dad was mad. He was
Yeah,
like,
he's like, hey, we gotta
"Fuck."
fucking spend more.
Shit.
We were saving that shit for tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think that just why I'm bringing it up now. It just makes sense, like because we don't want them to. Yeah, that's what it was, and but it's crazy to think that because my grandma was born here. He was born in Mexico, but he automatically a citizen.
Yeah.
But it's just wild, and that he would still in the 90s, 2000s would still be telling me that. So it's
Crazy.
just I don't know if that just off a
Pero-
random,
That's
but
the thing, though, right? Like if I'm a citizen, my wife's a citizen, and we're like happen to be in vacation in Africa, or whatever, and we have our children, they're citizens, right? Like,
well, a new memo came out. I'm just kidding, dude.
Oh, shit. I was
kidding,
about to
dude.
say, Inga
I'm just kidding, I'm
don't
fucking-
travel
I'm
while
kidding.
pregnant.
No, yeah. You gotta just like no, I'm just messing with you. But you just gotta like file some additional paperwork. But
All right.
yeah, but it was a trip when I saw it because I didn't know, and I read the law that he got his citizenship certificate, and it's not naturalization. And I looked it up, the law from back in the 50s. I'm like, oh shit, that's how he got it. It's just interesting, you know.
He's one of them.
He still didn't feel like one
But
of
he
them.
didn't feel like it.
You know, because he was sleeping around with all their women, dude.
Player.
Hey.
Slangy fucking.
Shit. Hey, fuck. They would ask him. Hey, they would ask him, Don Pancho, ¿cuántos hijos tiene? He'd say, ¿en cuál calle?
Ay,
Shit.
güey.
I'm not a player like that, but
Tenía
respect.
un pinche equipo de fútbol, güey.
Shit.
11 o más.
That fool had a CONCACAF entire fucking shit, dude.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, I think he had a lot to do with like my upbringing, obviously, and he passed away, and I kept him in mind the entire time while I was studying, and now I do as well. And just one thing I'll always remember about him, his funeral was like this when he passed away. And he wasn't rich, but he was always a helper. You know, always, hey, $20, you got it. Doors always open, always guests at the house. Oh,
Really?
I don't have money, but, you know what? I know someone who could hook you up with this. Let me talk to him. Funeral like this, dude.
He was a good person.
Yeah, and he had a good heart, dude, and that's what it's about, dude. Just being nice, you know.
You know what, brother? It costs nothing to be a good person, brother.
Yeah,
It costs nothing.
and it's just too much tension now, dude. And it's like, chill, man.
That's why this is healthy.
Have a good day, man. You know.
This
Can I
is
buy you a beer? Yeah, nah. Oh, why not?
Shit.
Shit. Yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. So I appreciate it though, man. And is there anything else you might want to chat about, or how
You have any questions, JT?
Nah, I pretty much asking you the questions I had. throughout
I
the
think we
podcast.
covered a lot.
Yeah.
I know you're
mean,
busy too. I'm trying to be considerate for your time. I don't.
Yeah,
'cause I could keep going, but
I mean,
I understand that.
I'm down to do whatever, dude. I'm down the street. I know I'm not trying to take advantage of your platform or anything like that, dude. I mean,
I wanted you here. I wanted you here.
Thank you.
You
Dude.
know, this is important.
I'm down the street, dude. Whatever you want to grab lunch or anything, dude, or do a follow up or whatever, dude.
Yeah, I
If
think
if you I don't know.
I think we should meet Monday. We'll have lunch Monday, and then we'll discuss the terms for what.
What are you thinking about that, dude? I mean, we need to find out. We're done, right?
No, hold on.
But we
Yeah.
can wrap
Okay,
it up.
so let's just wrap it up and then we'll talk.
Okay.
Hey guys, make sure you follow my guy right here. Well, actually, you let him know like where. I mean, I know you don't really do social media, but
Yeah.
just in case, I don't know.
I'm not struggling for business, right?
You know, I'm like, because usually that's what I allow.
Nah.
You know.
I mean, it ain't even about that. It's just I want people to get the right help, and
Yeah.
not to knock on my colleagues because there's a lot of amazing attorneys out there. But my name is Juan Pablo Martin. I'm Paramount, born and raised, still same house that back in the day, you know. My office is here in Downey, right down the street from. 10-minute drive.
And how could they contact you? Through? Should they call your office, or should they go through online?
It could be my office info. So my office line is 562-381-0420.
Okay.
And then that's the only way right now. Email. I mean, it's John JOHN at jpmlaws.com.
All right.
But I mean, I could get you the info and
for sure.
Yeah.
Follow him. I mean, now you have the info. Book your appointments. It never has been so important to get legalized, get your process going, and become a citizen. It's just crucial right now. Like, you don't have the luxury to not take that step. So please do it. And we're going to help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss our weekly episodes. Let's go, baby.